Good morning, Golden View. This is Mr. Nogg, and today I want to talk to you about safety. There are a lot of things that we already do in the school to keep you safe. We require visitors to sign in, we practice fire drills, and we keep outside doors locked, among many other things. Today we are going to talk about the new way Golden View, and as well as all of the Anchorage School District schools, are going to approach lockdowns, and you are going to have the opportunity to discuss and ask questions and practice these techniques with your teachers. This new initiative has been put into place as another way to keep you safe in school should we have an intruder in the building or somewhere on the school grounds. This new way is called ALICE, A-L-I-C-E. It is not a person, but a way of describing steps that we can take in order to keep safe. Before we talk about ALICE, let's talk about what an intruder is. An intruder or a stranger is someone who is on school grounds or in the school who does not have permission to be here. All visitors at Golden View can be clearly identified because they're wearing a Golden View Middle School visitor's badge, or they have an ASD badge. If you see someone in the building or in the school or on our grounds that does not have a badge, please tell an adult right away. The acronym ALICE stands for the following: Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. You are about to watch an ALICE training video produced by the Oak Hills School District in Ohio. Keep in mind that none of the scenarios are real, and the purpose of each clip is to show you how to respond should an intruder come into our school.
Today we would like to discuss the program called ALICE. The acronym ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, Evacuate. With the proper use, these 5 steps could save your life or the lives of others. Although the letters in the acronym ALICE may appear to be sequential steps, they are just a way for you to remember key options in order to stay safe. Your decisions should be based on the situation should you find yourself in danger. You may choose to run, lock down, or you may have no choice but to fight back.
Let's start by talking about alert.
Alert refers to the way you learn about the threatening situation and how you communicate the dangers to others. An announcement may be made in your school. However, most likely, you may observe the aggressor, hear gunshots, screams, or other loud noises.
Okay, who wants it? I'm gonna shoot somebody! Who wants it?
Once alerted to the danger, you must take action. Follow the directions of your teacher. He or she may direct you to evacuate if they know it is safe to do so.
Now it's time to talk about lockdown. In the case of a lockdown, when there is an intruder, an adult in the building will inform the building that there is an intruder and to lock down. Depending upon the situation, you may receive different types of instructions. It is important that you listen and do what your teachers ask. You may be told that you need to barricade, evacuate, or counter. It will depend on the classroom teacher's instruction. As you wait for further information, it's important to remain quiet and calm.
If you are unable to get out quickly and safely, you may need to lock down by locking and barricading the door, thereby trying to prevent the aggressor from getting to you. Once you are secure in a safe area, you or someone in your group should dial 911 and give the dispatchers as many details as possible, including a detailed description of what the aggressor was wearing, who the aggressor is if you know them, a description of the weapon or weapons the aggressor has, and anything the aggressor may have said, and also the location in the building where you last saw the aggressor and the direction he or she was going. This will help others be notified about the danger and help police locate the aggressor faster. If you choose to lock down, move quickly into a room or area that can be closed off by a door or other barrier. Quickly lock and barricade the door. Remember that time is an issue for you and the aggressor, and if you are able to, stack chairs, desks, tables, or other items against the door or entryway to block the threat. He or she may likely move to another area instead of wasting time having to climb over or move the objects in an attempt to get into a room where there may or may not be people. The aggressor's goal is to do as much harm as possible before the police or someone else can intervene. Every door can be barricaded regardless of whether the door locks or the direction in which the door opens. You may need to be creative, but just don't give up. The police or first responders are trained to respond immediately. Remember, you called them and they are on their way. Remember, the first officers to respond may or may not be uniformed officers. Detectives in the area may be the first to arrive on scene. Keep in mind, police are not there to care for those injured or to stop and try to get people out of the building. Their mission is to quickly as possible stop the aggressor from harming others. Because of this quick response by the police, we continue to emphasize that every second really does count.
If during a lockdown you are told to barricade the door, you need to follow the classroom's teacher directions to stay safe. This is not a time to run around or act silly or be insubordinate. What you are doing is being used to keep you safe. I stands for inform.
Staying informed is also very important to the police. If you see or hear something that can help the police, you or someone in your room should immediately dial 911 and tell the dispatcher all of the information.
911, what's your emergency?
Telling the 911 dispatcher what you've heard or seen and where the aggressor may be located is key to helping the police respond to the threat. Your information may direct the police quickly to the aggressor and could save lives.
C stands for counter. If during a lockdown you were told to counter, you must listen very carefully to your teacher's directions. When you counter, you may do what you can to protect yourself. So, for instance, throwing something or to run away or run past an intruder. Counter is the last resort and is used when there is no other option available.
If the aggressor surprises you or makes it into your safe area, you should consider taking some type of action. Although locking down and barricading is one option, don't just lie down under a desk or hide in the corner if it is obvious that the threatening person is able to cause you harm. If the aggressor is intent on coming into your safe area and you're able to, you may choose to leave through another door or window. If there is no way to keep the aggressor out of the room, you may decide evacuating to a safer place is the best option to defend yourself and others. If it is necessary to counter the aggressor's attack, you may be able to distract and disrupt the aggressor's plan by putting him on the defensive, possibly even disarming the aggressor by swarming him and subduing him until police arrive. Once on the floor, try to separate the weapon from the aggressor, but never pick it up or handle it. You should then ensure that someone in the room has dialed 911 to update the police of the situation. If possible, hold the aggressor down on the ground until the police have arrived. Once again, do not pick up the weapon, as you may then be mistaken for the aggressor. If you're staying in the room, carefully place a trash can or large item over the weapon or kick it away from the aggressor and guard it until the police arrive.
Finally, there is an E, which stands for evacuate. If during a lockdown you are told to evacuate, you will be quiet and follow the directions out to the pre-designated location. How you get out of the building will depend on the situation. You might go out the front door that you might normally go out for a fire drill, or there can be an ulterior or alternate route, such as through a window or through some other egress. Again, this might sound funny, but you must remain calm and listen to directions. Your teacher is in charge of what you do.
If the aggressor is still posing a threat, you may choose to leave the room. This is very important to remember. If you leave with the weapon, place the weapon in a trash can, a box, or other container so that you will not be mistaken by police as being the aggressor as you enter the hallway or exit the building. Just before leaving the room, all of you should place your hands up near your head with all fingers spread apart and yell, "We are coming out." Do not carry any items in your hands, including cell phones, as this could be perceived as some type of weapon in all of the confusion. Always follow the commands of the police officers as they arrive. Be aware they have no idea who the aggressor is, and the aggressors have been known to disguise themselves as a fleeing victim in order to escape. You will have police officers with weapons giving you commands, even possibly having you lay face down on the ground. The police most likely will check all of you for weapons until they can determine you are not a threat or have been forced by the aggressor to carry a weapon out of the building. Make certain you advise the police where the aggressor's weapon is located if you know.
Where's he at? Where's he at?
He's inside.
The ALICE program is designed to make people aware of the options they have should they find themselves in a life-threatening situation. These are lessons in life that can help you at any time, not just at school. It is not likely, but a dangerous situation could happen anywhere, even at the mall or a movie theater or a restaurant. Wherever you are, you should always be aware of at least 2 potential escape routes. Once inside your safe area, you should also be aware of items you could use to protect yourself in the event an intruder would breach the room. Confronting an aggressor is a last resort. Items used in the video to counter the aggressor were common items such as books, notebooks, and book bags. They were used to distract and delay the aggressor, which provided an opportunity for the group to swarm him and take him to the ground. Never leave a safe area to confront an aggressor. And the swarm option is a last resort. Again, the steps presented in ALICE are options and don't need to be used in any order. Being aware of your options prior to an incident could save your life and the lives of others.
Thank you for giving this presentation your full attention and for following directions carefully. If you have any further questions, please discuss them with your teachers, or please direct them to the front office to talk to myself or any member of our team. Safety is our #1 priority. Have a great day, Golden View.